the cemetery of the future. In our society, we have only 4 basic necessities in life: food, clothing, shelter, and burial. These are the only 4. Food, clothing, and shelter are highly competitive. How would you like to be a part of a business and sell a product that everyone must have at some point in their life? But 80 to 85% of people do not own now. Burial is not competitive. Proof of this is that 80 to 85% of all of U.S. citizens do not presently own their burial needs. Why is this the case? Most people simply do not want to die. So they put off the inevitable, not planning for their death. As the saying goes, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there. How do we change the concept of burial to cause people to change their mind regarding the pre-planning of their death? What we do is we change the concept of burial from gloom and despair to something beautiful. Our buildings will be filled with the finest marble, granite, and bronze, and other beautiful materials. No in-ground burial will be allowed. No unsightly above-ground headstones competing for a display of wealth. Only above-ground burial will be allowed in the people's choice of either the mausoleum casket entombment or the mausoleum cremation and ornament. Heritage Memorial Cultural Cemeteries will be the first cemeteries to be developed into high-rise existing buildings. We will be able to offer families the pride of ownership an above-ground mausoleum. Burial, whereas historically it has been reserved for the very well-to-do, unfortunately. Along with our technologically devised crypt and niche system, the Heritage reusable casket technology is far beyond the conventional burial system. If a rural area is chosen to develop a memorial cultural center, the niche mausoleum building will be located in its own separate memorial garden. They will have the appearance of a beautifully designed, modern-type building. Did you know that it's 6 times more expensive for your cemetery to maintain burial property versus above-ground mausoleum? An example of that is, on the average, your cemetery will have 1,000 in-ground burial sites on 1 acre of property. Heritage Memorial Crypt. By building crypts and stacking them 6 high, your cemetery will have 6,000 burials on the equivalence of 1 acre, plus mausoleum maintenance requires 75% less maintenance than in-ground burials. Figure A. We have developed a sleeker, sturdier design of our Heritage Memorial caskets, shown here, as it appears in the funeral. The casket has the look of a conventional casket, which costs tens of thousands of dollars. The profits from the casket sales can be placed immediately into the endowment fund, whereas at the sale of a conventional casket, the monies cannot be accessed until the casket is used. This is because present technology is subject to rust and rot. The Heritage Memorial Casket can withhold the weight of 3 elephants. It's never going to rust. It's never going to rot. And it could last for centuries. Minimizing carbon footprints left by conventional burials. Substantial savings are available to customers through the use of reusable casket surround. The customized handcrafted casket surround used for display purposes and never buried. It is not possible to tell the difference in outward appearances to the conventional custom casket. Only the polymer inner casket, along with the fabric lining, is placed into the mausoleum crypt. In the event of cremation, memorialization is selected and reinforced burnable inner fabric is placed inside the inner polymer casket. After the cemetery service, the liner is removed and the flammable inner lining is placed into a crematory oven. Heritage Deluxe Casket's yearly profit projection for a retailer is significant, as you can see here. Added benefits to having Heritage Casket, being a Heritage Casket dealer, is that number one, it allows a salesperson to add $15,000 a year to the seller's income. It stabilizes the sales staff. It increases the company profit. It expands the sales to customers in all other cemeteries. And it has 90% customer acceptance. Heritage niche systems increase the niche capacity by 50% compared to conventional niche systems, and it increases the number of niches by 85%. We're talking sustainability. We're also thinking about the lack of burial space that in actuality our world no longer has. Unfortunately. Heritage caskets are sustainable. They're a proven business plan. They're proven technology, and they're a proven profitable business model. In-ground versus mausoleum. Well, if you would have taken the time to read the in-ground